Okay, number 15. We want to use the formula a plus b, a minus b equals a minus b squared to compute the following. I will usually do this with numbers that I can do by hand, but this is just kind of getting you used to seeing that formula. This is very prominent and it's used a lot in algebra. Sorry. So I'm going to show you how this works. We're going to start with the numbers 48 and 42. And I just imagine adding these two numbers together. That will give us 80, 90, and divide by 2. So 90 divided by 2 will give us 45. Okay, so I want to write each of these numbers in terms of 45. That way they're both the same. Okay, so to get to 48 from 45, I have to add 3. And to get to 42 from 45, I have to subtract 3. Okay, so notice the setup is in that same form. A plus b, so the same number. A minus b, same numbers. So once you do this, then you just will end up with 45 squared minus 3 squared. Okay, and that will give us the same answer as 48 times 42. Now, of course, this is more work than just multiplying 48 and 42, but we want you again to see this property and be able to use it and manipulate numbers to make things easier when you can. So 45 is actually, matter of fact, is one that we did earlier. We saw that pattern, squaring something that ends in 5. This will give us 2025, which I can do really easy by hand, and subtract 9. Okay, so this is usually the idea when we don't want you to use technology, we want you to do it by hand. This will take a little bit more time, but doing this, oh, that's easy. We just saw a pattern for that earlier. 3 squared is 9. Subtract 9 from 25, and that gives us 2016. All right, we're going to do the same thing with 199, 101 and 99. Okay. Add these up, we get 200. Divide by 2, we get 100. So I want this in terms of 100 and this in terms of 100. So that'd be 100 plus 1 to give me my 101, and this will be 100 minus 1. And 100 squared, we just multiply the 1 and add 4 zeros, so 1 will be 10,000, and then 1 times 1 will give us 1. So 10,000 minus 1 will give us 9999. Alright, with 21 and 39. So I will imagine adding the 21 and 39 together, and that will give us 40, 50, 60, and 60 divided by 2 is 30. So I want to write each of these in terms of 30. So to get 21 from 30, we had to, or go backwards from 30 to 21, we have to subtract 9. And on this side, we have to add 9 to go from 30 to 39. So this is 21, this is 39. And same thing, this is a power of 0. So we can, 3 and 3 is 9, add the 2 zeros, and we get 900. So it makes it a lot easier to do by hand and mental math. 9 and 9 is 81. So subtract 81, and that will give us 819. 819. Okay, so this last one is not being multiplied. It looks like they've already done this a squared minus b squared. So we don't have to go backwards and do it, but these are big numbers, so we'll use the calculator to compute. So turn this on, clear out what we got. I'm going to do 106 squared minus 104 squared. And then that will give us 420. So I don't think there's any other shortcut that you can apply to that because it has to start out as being multiplied, so you can rewrite it as distributive. This is subtracting. So